to drift on the beat. Number one.
My head, we need to talk. Baby, dear. Baby, dear. Orí mi, jà fún mi o. Ẹ̀dá mi, jà fún mi o. Tí bá ti jí lówùúrọ̀ o, máa do orí mi mú. Orí ẹni lájigi, orí ẹni lájigi o. Orí mi, bá mi ṣe. Ẹ̀dá mi, bá mi ṣe. Ìrìn àjò ni mo wà yìí o, orí kò gbé mi délé o. Ìrìn àjò mo wà yìí o, orí kò gbé mi délé o. Tí n bá wà lófurufú o, bàbá má jẹ́ n jábọ́. Tàbí tí n bá wà lórí omi.
Glad to have you back. Now, that was some sounds and sights from Akobi Vibes. And we're happy while you're in the studio with us. So, thank you so much. I must say you look amazing, by the way.
God bless you.
I forgot to add.
God bless you. Thank you, Mom.
All right. Now, before we delve into your music, we should just listen to some of them. Let's meet you first of all. What is Akobi Vibes? Akobi, I heard, is firstborn. I didn't know about that till today. So, you are the firstborn apprentice?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, who is Akobi Vibes?
Akobi is a household name for me.
Okay.
And my name is Adiola. But I just came with Akobi Vibes, as in, people does not really believe in what I do, my music, especially from the home I came in from.
Okay.
So I was like an outcast of the family back then. So when I have to trace myself, I have to give myself that name, Akobi. I'm the first son. I don't want to be the last. Though my work was pushing me here and there, people don't believe in me. Understand? So that's why I came by about that Akobi, firstborn, as in I still maintain my ground no matter what I'm going through.
Sure.
Though I'm not at home now, I'm unsure finding my feet.
Okay.
But I still remain the first son. So that was why I came about that.
That's a great way to coin a stage name.
Yeah,
it must be said. But you talked about your parents didn't support your music, which is almost like a norm for most artists. They will tell you their parents didn't support initially, but I want to believe they support now. So
yes.
Probably take us through your childhood. How did music begin for you? Did you have to drop out from school, or why didn't your parents support it really?
Thank you very much. Actually, my parents did not support me because I don't think there's any musician in my lineage. There's been no musician of sort in my lineage. Okay. So, but I find myself when I was growing up, I love to sing song. I love to be in quiet places. I love to sometimes I just find myself going to, after classes, I go to class alone, leave me. I'll be there, I'll write song, I'll sing. I love quiet places. So that's how I discovered myself. I can write, I can. So that's how I started. But while I was growing up, my parents never believed in me. But thank God now, they now believed.
Okay.
Because they come to some of my shows, and they said, your boy that is playing there. Now your boy, they play there. Oh, my mother, at time when she comes to my stage, she can spend her last card on my stage. And thank God where we are now.
That's good. You talked about school, that you started writing from school. Was that like secondary school, polytechnic, university?
From primary school, sir.
From primary school?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's great. Who inspired music? Because you said no one sang in your lineage.
Yes,
so I'm wondering, were you listening to maybe the Anyelas, the Baristas, and all of that? What inspired?
Thank you very much. I have a mentor.
Okay.
And still remain my number one mentor ever. That's Chief Dr. Ebenezer Obey.
Oh, okay.
He's my mentor right from my childhood. As in, I've seen my parents play these songs. It was like it catches me. The man song Obey, Ebenezer Obey. So that's been my mentor. And I have some other great mentors like that too. Orlando Owo and Chief Sonny Ade.
Okay.
So take us through your journey doing music. You just mentioned the fact that your your parents didn't support at some point, but now your mom can spend her last card spraying you. Of course, after spraying you, she knows she will collect money from me again, so she won't be bothered about that, because mothers will always want. But then take us through your journey doing music. After that period of no support, and now the period of your mom having to spray you, I'm sure it brings some sense of fulfillment. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So just take us through that journey.
It's not easy. It has not been easy. In fact, I don't know how to explain myself, because I went out of the road entirely. I lost myself. So on the part of trying to get myself, it was not easy. I've done so many things. I sold pure water, understand? When there was no helper, I've done conductor. I've done on the street of Lagos. I've done the bricklayer work, understand? But I never forget who I am. Anytime I'm carrying the pom-pom or whatever, there's a spirit that keeps staying inside of me. I don't forget who you are. Just, the problem is not going to last forever. Okay. But I still carry it in my mind while I was doing all those odd jobs. And thank God, with time, everything began to fade away. All those problems begin to fade away. And here we are, thank God.
Now, still talking about your music career, at the point, I'm particularly interested in the point, sometimes we have issues we have gone through that shapes who we are today.
Yes, ma'am.
I like the fact you said when you carry those headbands and you still have that motivation that I'm not going to stop here, I have a brighter future,
Yes,
that's not to say people who are carrying they don't have bright futures, you get. So that period of having to go through all of this stuff, a lot of people will not scale through that. Some people may die in the process. Some people may completely say, I am not doing this again. I am done with this. In short, this music is off for me. So, when you're saying it, you kept talking about it, people may see it like it's easy. But at that point, how did you feel when your parents, you said you felt like an outcast rather, you lost yourself? I want to know that experience and how you felt and how you feel now.
Back then, it was not easy. But I know I was paying a price, because my father would always tell me one thing: life is not a bed of roses. That thing always stick. We don't really like each other then, because they're not supporting my dream. But what is life is not a bed of roses, though. So that was still sticks on me. Whatever suffering I'm going through, I know life is not a bed of roses. You have to fight till you win. You have to struggle it out. It's not easy. Understand? Many people will drop out on the way, but those that have God at their back. Have God. And I think it's only God that can scale you through all the orders of this. But it has not been easy. But I thank God now. I'm reaching my fulfillment, though. I will never get there, but I thank God now.
I like the fact that He has the God factor inside everything you're talking about. But some people who don't even know God at all. Well, that's on another level. Now, about the music, how do you think the music industry has accepted your kind of music or your kind of craft over the years, what you do?
Actually, I always giving grace to God, number one, because he's the owner of the gift, and he's the only one who can show you out to the world. And actually, it is God that is doing everything. It is God, and I will just say it is God. It's not by my power, not by my might. It is God who has carried me all through. It has not been easy for me, but it is God. Okay. I'm only saying it is God.
Okay, so let's talk about your music career now. I know you sing, but do you write as well? Are you a songwriter? You write your songs?
I'm a songwriter, sir.
Okay, so I know those who also will tell you they're probably producers and singers and all. Do you produce?
I don't produce.
Okay, just you sing and then you write songs. Yes, okay, fine. So what kind of songs do you do? Because the first track that I played, I could sense a bit of Fuji elements in it, and the second one, as well came up as a pop music and all. So what would you call your sound? I mean, everyone is saying Afrobeat, so is yours also Afrobeat? What's your sound?
It's an Afrobeat.
Okay.
But Afro hip hop.
Afro hip hop. Okay.
Yes, Afro pop. Okay.
Afro pop.
Okay.
So that's what I'm kind of doing. Normally, my kind of music is pure high life.
Pure high life.
But the situation of the country now and where things are going is more about pop things now in the world. So I have to digress the high life to pop thing.
Pop thing. Okay.
But then, okay. Sorry to cut you. I also think that. I understand the situation. Everyone wants to do pop, but then that's a place of peculiarity. What people know you as. You can't talk. I think the Ayinla is Akpala music. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know the situation of things back then where he was, but I know people were doing other things, but he didn't have to say, let me digress and do what other people do. So it's okay, but I just feel like there is something about peculiarity. People, when they hear Akobi vibe, they know you for a particular kind of sound. It's good to be versatile. You also mentioned I know backstage before the camera came up, you were talking about you doing high life. You can do gospel things. And Margaret, I'd rather be called Margaret. Margaret than Ma.
You can do all.
Okay, so I'm just saying that I'd rather be called Margaret than Ma. So all right. So you can do gospel, every other thing. So how were you able to do so many other things? Gospel, high life, hip hop. That's a lot of work,
It's a training on the ground.
Okay.
Because back then, when I was about to start music, I started in Christian Joe, Ikejan, Alumire. Then I was not. I saw a band there. I walked to the band. I was not accepted. Understand? But actually, I used to see stars coming to sing. They may feature like 7 stars a day. But I was with the man. I never left the man. So I became a picker and pick money for the man. So I began to pick money. So while I was picking money, I was learning. All those musicians that were singing, I was learning. So I could sing Igbo, a bit of Igbo songs. I could be, they present a lot of artists. So in my process of picking the money, my head was always with what they are doing on stage because I want to hold the microphone. And eventually the opportunity came for me. When I hold my microphone, it came just on a platter of gold because when it started, the day we came in for show, all the musicians were not on seats. So my boss now said, who go sing? What musicians they never come. Make I carry microphone and see, I don't disturb and so he gave me the microphone. But luckily, there are some people on the seat that day. I see they were waiting for that particular song. Immediately I entered into the Orlando or music, whatever, to play the live. They oversprayed me.
And that's your first show?
Yeah, my first show. So my brother said, so this guy can give me money now. So instead of me using this guy to pick money, I can actually train this guy. So the next morning when we woke up from the club, he called me. He gave me money to buy some different kind of CDs so that they can now rehearse me. So that's how I started.
Oh, that's quite.
So that's a good boss there. Some bosses will not.
When they say opportunity meets preparedness,
yes.
So you were ready for the opportunity, and when it came, you just.
And then you had someone to also push him through, because some persons be like, oh well, you just gave me money for that day. Yeah, continue with your picking.
Exactly. That's nice. So apart from, you said you do Afro pop. I talked about you having Fuji elements and all. You perform on live, like you have your own band, live band?
Yes, I have my live band.
Okay.
I have my live band, sir.
Okay, that's great. So how has the journey been? Because it's 2 different things, to be a musician in terms of performing with a live band and, having to go to a studio record like your regular hip hop. So share your experiences from the 2 sides as a live band performer as well as, a recording studio, a recording artist rather.
Actually, I love live band.
Okay.
I love live band so much. And that's where I would still love to be there because I love making people happy. It's my dream and, a career I chose. But when it comes to the hip-hop thing, hip-hop won't take much of your energy like the live band. Live band, you have to keep carrying a lot of people on your neck and your head. But the hip-hop is the one thing. Understand? Okay. And the result at the end of the day, I think is more preferable in this present world we are, being an hip hop artist than going for live band of a thing now, presently to me.
So which is more lucrative? Which has more money?
Everyone has more money because you are calling me every weekend for lovely shows to come and dine. It's always there, but I love the hip hop thing now.
Than the live band, but you prefer to actually play in a live band.
Yes, I think that's because that's where he started with. That's
where he started from.
That's good. Okay, now also, when it comes to music in Nigeria, a lot of people love to hear music for different reasons. Like my colleague said during the introduction, so people listen to music as a form of solace, probably going through tough time, and just one word from the musician or the artist would lift them up. And they also mentioned that during the live bands, it seemed like some persons were waiting for that song. So when the song came up, opportunity to spend money. So your kind of music, how would you say, even even with the live band also, and when you record, would you say it's music basically should be what to lift people's spirit up? Yes, so how do people respond to your kind of music? Let's start with live band. What's the response from the audience like when you come up?
Anytime I come on live band, people always want me to come back again. As into my own clients, they always want me to come back again. And this guy, I go out in so many prophecies. Sometimes when I'm coming back on stage, some people just come and prophesy to you and tell you this. They are saying this about you. We enjoyed you. We did this, we did that. We thank God. Okay, so far, so good.
How about when you record and you release an album? What's the output like? No, is it output? What's the response like? I mean,
it has been mind blowing. Because people just want to have a copy. It's not yet out. I never do and finish. But people know, give me like that. They are, no, please, just wait. They see they cook and we do this or that. But we thank God so far, so good.
Okay, looking at your music career now, how many years in the industry?
I've started music now about 14 years back.
14 years. Okay, that's like 2008 professionally. Yes. Okay. Yes. From the live band.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So take us through, the journey. How has it been in terms of, acceptance? I know you said you diversified to, hip hop and all of that, but in terms of where you want to be, how many albums or singles do you have, and how do you intend to move forward from there?
Well, I have like 6 now.
6 albums now.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Strictly hip hop, or there's a way live band albums seem different.
They are almost the same.
They're almost the
same thing.
Okay.
But different vibes.
Different vibes. Okay.
I'm trying to get what you mean. They're almost the same. Hip hop and live band. I don't know if.
Yeah. When you get to my song, you feel a mixture of live band in it. All my songs.
Even when you record.
Yes, you feel a mixture of live band in it.
Okay, but when you do your live band now, do you sometimes record your live band and probably one day? I know these songs live band most times they are people's songs. So do you do that?
I can't count the number of many parties I've gone for. I can't count the number of CDs or live. Even the time we are recording live.
Yes.
I have everything.
Okay. Serious?
Yes, I have so many live.
So 6 albums down, the line within 14 years. Quite a remarkable turn of virtually, an album every 2 years. Just a bit above that mark. But are you looking at releasing an album this year? What's the project coming from Akobi Vibes? That those who like your music and want to know, should they expect a single, an extended playlist or an album?
Actually, I'm not releasing anything for now.
For now, okay.
For now.
Why is that?
I have to take time with what I have on ground.
Oh, okay. Did you just release an album recently?
Yeah, that's when you first played.
The first one. Oh, okay.
So I'm still a preview copy. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
So I need to go out with all what I have first. Before I begin to bring in. It may take me up to next 3 years before I release another album.
Oh, okay. That's when you finish working on this current one. Okay. Yes. What informs your writing? How do you get inspired to write? Some people tell you they write, the state of the nation, Nigeria is going through a lot, so that would inspire how they write. But I don't know, what inspires you to write your songs?